Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of Atari 8-bit games, some which I grew up with and some which are new to me. Today is one of the latter, although I was aware of this game's existence back in the day, I never actually played it. Today's game is Universal Hero. This was a 1987 release from Mastertronic, ported from the 1986 ZX Spectrum version by Stuart Middleton. This game was pretty notorious on its original Atari 8-bit release for having a bug on a password entry screen that makes it impossible to complete. But Atari enthusiasts of the modern day have since fixed the game, so versions you'll find online these days are fully working and completable. Now, this game was well received back in the day as a solid example of what was known as the arcade adventure genre. And while most publications acknowledge that there are a lot of games like this around at the time, Universal Hero, despite its game-breaking bug, was regarded as being a lot better than most of the competition out there. But how well does it hold up today? Let's find out. Let's go play Universal Hero. Okay, here we are with Universal Hero. This is the fixed version that's available on Atari Mania, repaired by AB Software from the look of things. And yes, so I've never played this before, so I don't really know what to expect from this. And being a Mastertronic game, the instructions are limited, to say the least. If you're not familiar with Mastertronic, they did a lot of budget releases of games. And what that meant was they would come on cassette more often than not. So they had to squeeze all the instructions onto an inlay card. And they were not very good at picking the right sort of priority of things to put on the inlay card. So the instructions for Universal Hero are something along the lines of use joystick. Okay, I'll use the joystick, but for what? Now, conveniently, there is a press K to redefine keys thing on the title screen. So if we press that, we can actually figure out what's what. So cursor right, let's say D, A for left, pick up and drop, we'll say W, use we'll have as E, describe we'll have as Q, and abort we'll have as inverse, apparently. I thought I was pressing escape, but no, I was actually pressing the backwards apostrophe key on the keyboard, which translates to inverse on the Atari 8-bit. Right, let's have a go. At least I would if I could figure out how to start. Dot, 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 dot. What does it say? The message scrolls off the screen before you can read it is part of the problem. Something to start game or K to redefine keys. Oh, there we go. S to start. Okay, so we can move left and right with the joystick. Fire button to use the jetpack. Those controls we define there are for managing your inventory there. And I guess it's a case of exploring. Ow, ow, ow. That's unpleasant. This is a case of a game designed before people knew what invincibility frames were, I guess. Can we stand on top of that? What is this? What did I say for describe? Q? Nothing, not a sausage zero. Oh, that tells you what's in your inventory. Okay, so if I... pick that up. Yeah, it's plutonium. Is that going to kill me? Yes. Good. Good. Right. So don't pick up the plutonium. Well, if you told me it was the plutonium, I wouldn't have picked the bloody thing up. What is this? It's a tap. Okay. So, if you're not familiar with the description arcade adventure, which this game was described as, then it's a game like this. It's a game where you have sort of some of the conventions and mechanics of arcade games, but also adventure game mechanics, like picking up and using items, having an inventory. What is this? Rough glass. So in this game, we've got sort of the conventions of platform games, but then you've also got object manipulation and stuff there as well. So we've got a telescope here. So can we use this? No. Stand on it? Nope. What is this? Is this a thing you use a tap on? Yes, it is. Wow. Okay, so how do we now use the tap? Very good question, you might say. Let's pick this up in the meantime. It's a 3-pin plug. A proper plug. Ow. Do not like how those enemies are handled. How does one use that tap? Is the question. Not with a 3-pin plug, apparently. Alright, well, let's just hop on over here. Oh, we can't go any further that way. I guess you just got to remember where those enemies spawn in order to not take damage from them. Ow. What is this? And does it need a 3-pin plug? No. Exit. Okay, that way doesn't look super helpful. That looks like it'll kill me. So let's not touch that for now. Just think lack of sound effects in this game. It's a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to have some music in the background. This would be a good game to have, like some David Whittaker music. Oh no! Yeah, fair few Mastertronic games had music by people like David Whittaker and Rob Hubbard, and this would have been a prime game for that, I think. Just make the experience a little bit more interesting. What's this? A remote switch. Okay. What is this? Okay, so the remote switch switches something, and you can do that any time. Just a question of what that's actually switching, I guess. That looks like a plunger or something. Yes, it is a plunger. But for what? Blowing something up. But what? There's a 5 1/4 inch floppy disk. Clearly super important. Back from the time that people couldn't agree on whether it was spelled D-I-S-C or D-I-S-K. Oh no, I don't... Homing enemies like that are rubbish. They are rubbish design. because you can't do anything about them. This looks like where the plunger would probably be needed to blow up that bunch of rocks. But we need some explosives. Yeah, could this be what we seek? It's a stick of dynamite. So yeah, I can see why this was well received back in the day. I mean, despite the distinct lack of sound, it's presented nicely. Got some nice animations, decent use of colour. Let's see if this works. It does not. Do we have to put that somewhere? Put that there. And then use it. Nope. Use drop. Maybe go to a different screen. No, I guess we need some means of connecting that to the dynamite. A wire or something. Not a 3-pin plug, that's for sure. Alright, well, let's leave the dynamite there for now. Don't pick up the plutonium. And get killed by this thing. Dear me, you ran out of oxygen. You should have filled up somewhere. Okay, so you can replenish your health, I guess. Okay, we got a little way. Let's try again. Alright, so grab that, because we know what to do with that. That looks like it might kill me. But I would also quite like to grab it and see what it is. Well, that immediately kills you. Good. Good. Was it picking that thing up that killed me, or was it the enemy immediately killed me? Let's do some science. No, it's the enemy that was immediately killing me, not picking the thing up. So we need some means of defeating the enemy. It's S to start, by the way, if you were wondering. Not start. Not fire. S. Because of course. Right, so stay well away from that thing. Grab this for some reason. I wonder what this is for, or indeed how you do anything with it. if at all. Right, well, we know the tap goes here. But we don't seem to be able to actually do much with that. Okay, well, avoid, no! Avoid the thing. Yeah, the sort of implementation of enemies in this is really dodgy. So it just drains your health way too quickly. Like that could easily cause a game over in a matter of seconds after you'd spent ages trying to figure things out. Okay, so that doesn't kill us. That's something. But we can't go that way. Oh, we can go through there, though. I thought that white thing would block it off, but apparently not. What is this? I don't know. That looks important. But I don't know how to do anything. I'm going to check those keys again, actually. So, K to redefine keys. Cursor right, cursor left, pick up and drop, E for use, Q for display. Okay, so there wasn't anything on the S key. I couldn't remember if there was something assigned to S or not. Right. Okay, let's try again. But like I say, because of the shortcomings of the original manual for this, it just doesn't tell you half of the information you need to play the game. It doesn't tell you how to interact with sort of objects in the environment besides using another item on them. And perhaps that is the only way to interact with objects in the environment. I don't know, but yeah, I'll tell you what, instead of putting this tap on the pipe above the canyon, I'm going to take this tap to that area we were just looking at. It wasn't down there, was it? It was off the edge. So forget that for now. Pick this up. Wander through here. Oh, hello. I guess that's why we use the tap then. That just, I don't know, lowers the water pressure or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's what the tap's for. Which means we don't really have any reason to go that way at the moment. Because we've got nothing to do with the pump thing or whatever that was. Is this the thing we can pick up? Oh, it is. A 2-core wire. Okay. Ow! I wonder if that's something we can use with the dynamite. To hook it up to the detonator. Get this remote switch as well in the meantime. Tell you what, it's nice to play a game like this from this era where you've actually got a reasonable size inventory. It's one of the reasons some people struggle with some of the best known examples of this genre, which is the Dizzy series, is because you have a very, very limited inventory size. Solati Bart first ID card. Ooh, wonder if we can go through the force field with that. Let's try it. Uh-oh. Oh, they do much less damage. That's interesting. So it's only the sort of bomb-shaped things that do huge amounts of damage to you. So if you learn where they are and memorize their locations, you can avoid them. Like this. Ow. Not like that. Right, force field is up here. Can we use it? Drop it. Pick it up. Use it. Okay, so I was wrong there. But that's fine. Is it worth looking at the pump thing or whatever it is? Maybe. Maybe it is. Does this need an ID card? Or a remote switch? Or a plug? Or a bit of glass? Or some wire? None of those things. What about from the other side? Do you need this? 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 Or this? No, you need none of those things. Good. I'm glad we spent this time together. Ow. Can we use that on the spaceship? No. Okay. Sneak up the right side to avoid being dispatched by... I think those are supposed to be nukes, because they look very much like the nuclear bomb that drops in Mastertronic, the last V8 when you run out of time. Any of these work on the telescope? No. In that case, let's go down here. Carefully avoid the spinning penises. Ow. Ow. I wonder if these need an ID card. Nope. They look like they have an ID card slot, but no. They're just things. There's the detonator. I am glad that the air isn't constantly declining. Because I saw that air meter and I was worried that was what was going to happen. No. You do have a time limit though. You can probably see up in the top right or top left corner. That's 51. Oh, it's the annoying thing that's going to kill me. We're probably going to end our run here. Well, that does a bit less damage. Maybe we're carrying something that causes us to take less damage. I don't know. I don't know how this game works because no one will explain it to me. Not counting on anything from the manual, at least. All right. Anything we can do with these? No. Right, let's pick that up. Let's go and see if we can use the wire with this. No. Alright, so if I drop this here. No, that doesn't work. Nope, nothing. Two-core wire, rough glass, 3-pin plug. Remote switch, ID card, plunger, floppy disk, stick of dynamite. I don't know what to do now. I feel like death may follow shortly. Can we go this way? No. Okay. That's where the tap was. That thing kills us. We don't seem to be able to do anything with this telescope. But let's just try using everything on it, just in case. Wish I knew what that did. Wonder if that turns the force field on and off. Let's be careful. Given how little health we have left. If this does not turn the force field on and off, I am officially out of ideas. Because I think we've been everywhere we can get to at the moment. Nope. Well then. Use everything on everything. Can we blow up that wall? Nope. What about if we stand on it? Nope. This is another common trouble with this sort of game. Is it not necessarily being entirely clear where the interactive parts of the screen are. So you might know what you're supposed to do, but not necessarily how to do it. Because it doesn't give any feedback, is the problem. Like this thing here, I don't know if this is a thing you can use or not. It looks like something that it should be a thing you can use. But if it is, I don't know how. I'm officially stumped. Let's do one more pass around everywhere else, and if we happen to get killed along the way, so be it. Say aye. We solved one puzzle. Putting the tap in one place. But that's about it. Can we do anything with this ship? Nope. Nothing at all. Oh, no, careful. You can't get any further that way. On any of those screens. There's the tap. Must be something you can do with this. I just don't know how. Anything we can do with this? Nope. Can't push it or anything. See, this is where a lot of these games got their quote-unquote value and longevity from back in the day. Because we didn't have easy access to the... Well, we didn't have any access to the internet. But because we didn't have easy access to stuff like walkthroughs and stuff, unless they'd been printed in a magazine, you would get stuck like this for weeks or months at a time. And sometimes never go back to the game at all. Because you'd have to figure all this stuff out for yourself. Which you may think is a good or a bad thing from a design perspective. I hate this room. This room is terrible from a design perspective. Just because that happens. Anyway, I think we'll leave that here for now because I have no idea what to do next, basically. So look up a walkthrough if you want to find out any more about that. So figure it out for yourself. If you were screaming at me during this this playthrough to do something obvious that I'd missed, then I can only apologise. Anyway, that's that for now. That's Universal Hero from Mastertronic. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.